guys, I'm Roxanne Avalon and welcome back. Hopefully you guys had a very merry holiday season and a happy new year. I know I sure did. Well, today we are going to be asking all the big questions, doing all the hard work. That way you guys can just sit back and relax. First up, we're going to be asking, why did the Cash for Clunkers program fail miserably? We're also going to be asking, can you actually build a car so exciting that it actually keeps you from dozing off at the wheel? I've not experienced that yet. Also, how many cheerleaders from England can you fit in the back of a Skoda Hatchback? That kind of makes us sound like serial killers. Awkward. Anyway, stick around because we're going to be answering all that and more right here on Inside Cars. First up, we are heading to Aceh, Indonesia, a province made famous for two things: a world-class elephant training center and motorcycles. Guess which one we're gonna talk about? Elephants! Nah, just kidding, motorcycles, obviously. Now, Aceh has made headlines once again for passing another extreme law in its efforts to keep public morality alive. Now, this law states that a woman can no longer straddle a motorcycle or hold on to another rider if they're in the back. Okay, first question, what if it's two girls on the motorcycle driving it? How are they gonna drive it, and can they hold on to each other? Because I feel like that might be an exception, people might be cool with that, or I don't know, what's going on? Now, this really comes as no surprise because starting in 2009, Aceh went cray. No, for real. They started passing these crazy laws that sounds like my grandma probably made up, like no tight pants and adulterers will be stoned, and not in the good way. And seriously, they're just falling off the wagon over there in Aceh, Indonesia. And on a similar note, I would like to see a law passed in the United States that prevents giant, burly, hairy, sweaty men from operating motorcycles without extremely high-waisted jeans. Because you know what, guys? Crack kills. That's no joke. Well, it's not a great day for women in motor vehicles. But when is it, really? Anyway, in Indonesia, they're making them ride side saddle on motorcycles, and in Great Britain, they're stuffing them in the back of the Skoda Hatchback. Yeah, that's actually happening. At least that's what the people at X-Car are doing, and I'm sure they have some sort of explanation. They always do, and it's usually called an alibi. Well, the question they're trying to answer is, how many cheerleaders can you fit in a hatchback? You know, it's this kind of thinking that led Einstein to discover the theory of relativity. So keep on fighting that good fight, guys. So to answer your question, how many cheerleaders can we fit in the back of this car? The answer is a lot more than you'd think. They're very bendy. Check it out. Okay, you remember a couple episodes ago when we talked about why concept cars barely ever make it into production? Okay, well, it was like a month and a half ago. Come on, sue us, we took a long Christmas holiday. Anyway, well, one of those reasons is because manufacturers tack on a ton of ridiculous and unmanufacturable extras. Enter the Hyundai HCD-14 concept car. You know, the one that's supposedly gonna take the Audi A7 to school? What? Anyway, Hyundai has been ever so slowly pulling back the curtain to tantalize our excitedness about this car, and I fall for it every time. But anyway, they're showing us just a few little details before its official release at the Detroit Auto Show later next week. Now, this car has us drooling. It is a fastback sedan that your teenagers won't be embarrassed to be seen in, unless you're also in it. Then they will not want anybody to know that it's them. But oh, the extras on this car. Now, Hyundai is pulling out all the bells and whistles on this bad boy, including something called the Advanced 3D Gesture-Based Technology Control, which kind of sounds like an Xbox 360 and makes me feel like if I give another driver the finger, the car will just automatically turn on its flashers. How polite. But we will believe it when we see it, so stay tuned for our coverage of all the unveilings at the Detroit Auto Show. Now, we devote a lot of time on the show to talking about cars that we love but will probably never own. But I want to take a moment to talk about some cars that we can't wait to get the hell away from. I'm talking about clunkers. C is for Clunkers. Now, do you remember there was a program that started up in 2009 called Cash for Clunkers? Now, this program was a way for people to get a little bit of cash and trade in basically their piece of crap gas-guzzling cars so that they could go buy awesome Priuses and electric cars and hybrids. Yay! Well, it didn't start out as the most popular program, but people are hating on it even more. Now, E! Magazine recently published an article that talks about this program that's supposed to be way awesome for the environment. Yeah, we're so green. But it actually hurts the environment. Like a lot. Like, why do we keep doing this? We have to love the environment, guys. It's Mother Nature. I'm sorry. Well, the problem with this program is that people were trading in cars that still had pretty decent engines that could have been recycled. But they weren't. Like, not even a little bit. They were just trashed. And the engine is actually the part of the car that takes the most energy and the most resources to make. So basically, we're trashing gold here, people. Not only that, but these engines are taking up tons of space in landfills and also putting out tons of terrible, horrible chemicals into the environment. Ugh. So, should every car have steering wheels that jolt you awake if you start to slip? Drop us a line and let us know what you think. What is the best solution to stop those sleepy drivers out there? Leave us a comment or email us at watchinsidecars@gmail.com and I will personally take note of every one of your suggestions. All of this talk about distracted drivers, let's get right to it, to the distracted driver of the day. All right, so this chick is texting, obviously, just like everyone else in LA, I guess. But not only is she texting, she then like pulls down the little mirror thing in her car and opens her mouth and is like looking down her throat. I don't know what she's looking for or what might be down there, and I don't want to know. But seriously, you need to stop looking down your throat, close your mouth, and focus on the road. Seriously, eyes on the prize, come on. All right, guys, well, that is it for today. Make sure you give us a nice little thumbs up on our video and, of course, subscribe to our channel. You can also hit us up on Twitter and Facebook at Watch Inside Cars. I'm Roxanne Avalon, and I'll see you next time.